Name is Tiffany. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, and I just turned 35. Happy birthday, go Leo, go Leo. I'm actually on YouTube to tell a story about something that I overcame, and I'm hoping that it reaches a few people. Um, I'm gonna cover some topics. It might be a little scatty, um, but it might be of use to some of you, and it may not mean anything to you. Maybe you just want to hear a crazy story. So this is about an accident that I had on May 27th at a gas station. It was my daughter's fifth birthday, and I was heading home from the doctor, and I noticed that my tire was flat. Um, I stopped at the gas station and I put air in my tire and I go to hang up the hose, and as I was walking back behind my car towards, I hear this loud screeching noise. And I looked, and it was a car that hopped the curb, was going through the trees. Next thing I know, she hits my car. I heard this loud bang. And then next thing I know, she hits me. I'm up in the air. I'm back down. I'm underneath, and she's dragging me. And the only thing I thought was, Lord, she's going to hit that gas tank, and I am going to explode. But she stopped because I'm fat, and see, she couldn't get over my fat. Um, and um, the car was like kind of on top of me, across my pelvis, crushing me. So of course I'm screaming, please, someone take this car off of me. And this guy, random guy, comes and he's like, I'm gonna push it off of you, but don't move. So another man comes down and he sits with me, and he can barely speak English. He's like, "Are you okay?" Um, and I was like, "No, my arms are burning, my face is burning." I looked down and there was blood everywhere. There was blood on my hands, and then this hand had an open fracture, so I can see my whole bone. And then I start freaking out, and I'm like, "Please go get blankets out my car, get my cell phone, and get my wallet." My car was still running too. Um, So he goes and he gets those things for me, and I call my center and I'm like, "Hey, I'm gonna be a little late, kind of dying here." Um, and she was like devastated, and I was like, "Wait for my kid's father. He's gonna come pick them up. I need to read." So of course, when the ambulance comes, you can't talk on your phone. You can't. So they're taking care of me, and I get in the van, and they're asking me questions. What's your phone number? What's your name? What's your address? Where's your ID? And the only thing that I'm thinking in my head is burn, burn. My whole face is scratched up. My teeth were busted out the front of my mouth, so they were like sticking up kind of through my lips. My lips don't normally look like this. This is a huge scar. I don't know if I can get close enough for you to see. So my lips that used to be down here are all the way up here now because they had to stitch me. When I got to the hospital, I was in a trial. It was like something off of Grey's Anatomy. Like, people were surrounding me. They had cut my clothes, my favorite shirt, and my jeans. You know those jeans that look on you. Those are the jeans that they cut. So I got a bag full of cut up clothes, some scuffed up shoes, and some toe up drawers. I know they called my kid's father because after all of the questions, the cleaning, the x-rays, he was in the hallway waiting for me to come out. And when he saw me, the look on his face said everything, like, why did this happen to you? Well, I read in the Bible, I don't know if many of you do, and I really don't want to get too religious on people, but accidents just kind of happen. I don't think it's something that God plans. God doesn't plan for a little 6-year-old to die from leukemia. He doesn't plan for someone to drown. He doesn't. You think he would plan that for children that he loves? No. I honestly believe that sometimes it just happens, and there's nothing like. I know they say everything is already written, but I think because of free will, some things are undone. And I was in a hospital for 2 weeks. During that 2 week period, I had a plate put in my arm. The cast was up to here. Um, this is road rash. So imagine this all over your body, your face, your chest, your stomach, especially when you have, chichos in your stomach, fat rolls. So I had, road rash in my fat rolls. So that was burning pretty bad. Um, I got nice drugs, but I would rather have been okay. You know what I mean? Um, the second day I was at the hospital, they operated on this and they put the plate in, and then they put a wound vac on this until I spoke to a plastic surgeon about a skin graft. And when the plastic surgeon came in, she looked at my leg. I had like a black. My leg was swollen. It was huge. It was probably about 30 inches around, and it had this big black record-looking thing. If you don't know what records are, look it up online. Um, and she was like, yeah, that's dead. We have to cut that off. And then the following week, my first week there, um, they took me back into the ER, not the ER, the operating room, and put a wound vac on my leg, and then they changed my wound vac in my hand, and she said, yeah, I'm gonna need skin graft. So the day that I left the hospital, maybe 3 days before I left the hospital, I lost my aunt, who was my, she's like the best aunt anybody can ever have. Like, there's nothing that you can say to her or nothing that you can do that will make her not love you unless like you did something dire. Um, she was kind of like a second mom to me. I grew up with her youngest daughter and I helped raise her grandchildren, so it was hard, but I'm glad I got out in time to go to her homegoing service. But the day I got out, the lady was literally cutting pieces of my legs off, my thigh off with me awake sitting there, because I had lost so much tissue from the accident on my leg. And then 3 weeks after that, I had to go back and get the actual skin graft. They had to kind of put wound, I guess it's wound matrix in it so it can kind of like grow, the tissue can grow back or get a little bit less deep because the hole was like probably that deep in my leg. Um, so I went and had a skin graft done, and that's still healing up. The one on my leg, there's still like some open sores on there. I'd be happy to share with you, but it's kind of gross, and I don't know how to, angle the camera properly. I had to cut all my hair off. My hair was right here, but being as though I couldn't comb it, wash it, do anything, it was starting to break off and fall out. So I had to cut it off. Um, and my teeth situation is still getting addressed. I lost this tooth right here was chipped. This one right here had to be pulled out. This one needed a root canal because it flipped up and it was damaged. So this is my temporary bridge. I'm gonna have an actual bridge put in a few weeks. Um, that cost me $3,000. Which brings me to my point. The driver that hit me was uninsured. Yes, you heard me right. She was uninsured. The car that she was driving was insured, but she wasn't insured to drive the car. Hold on, I need some water. So, because I'm so smart, I purchased uninsured motorists. And listen to me, people. Get on the phone right now and call your insurance company and ask, do I have uninsured motorist coverage? Because everybody keeps asking me, can you sue a lady? Can you sue the lady? Who can sue somebody broke? If she didn't have insurance in her car, she had her kids in her car, she was driving an old car, and she never even called, she never even sent a card, flowers, fruit basket, fruit cake, nothing. You can't expect for her to say, here's money. So my insurance was able to pay off everything but $700 with my car. Um, so I don't have a car right now. Don't know when I'm getting a car. My kids and I are busting it, except when their dad can drive us to where we need to go, or I get on something called Lyft. If you want to know what that is and you live in a metro area, I'd be happy to share that with you too, because if you sign through me, you get a $20 credit off your first ride. That's another advertisement. Um, I learned a lot from this lesson. One thing is that you should never drive when you're distracted. She said that she was a victim of domestic violence. I thought that meant that her boyfriend like punched her in the head while she was in the car. No. He did something in the past, and I guess she was coming to the gas station to confront him. But I really believe in my heart that she may have been texting or doing something she wasn't. Please don't text and drive, people. Look at how my life is affected. I lost my job because I wasn't past my 90-day probation. I lost my car. I limp like Quasimodo. I still need plastic surgery that might not be covered under my health insurance. I had to pay my life savings to get my teeth fixed because who's gonna hire somebody that looks like a methamphetamine head? I had to, cut all my hair off. My kids had to go live in California for 6 weeks. It was heartbreaking because I couldn't even take care of myself. I had both hands in this one in the cast, this one wrapped up to right here, clamped on my thumb. So I needed someone to wash me, wash my hair, brush my teeth, iron my clothes, put my clothes on. It was very hard, and insurance didn't pay for me a home health aid. So basically, I was on my own. I mean, I had a few people visit me at the hospital, but other than my mom helping out 2 days, maybe three, and my kid's father helping me out quite a bit, I had to recover on my own. I mean, that accident totally interrupted my life. So I'm asking that people do the responsible thing. One, if you don't have insurance on yourself, don't drive someone's car. Don't matter if you need to go see John. Felicia, don't drive someone's car if you're not on their insurance. People, don't let people drive your car if they're not on your insurance. Don't buy insurance for someone because they can't get insurance. Obviously, they can't get insurance for a reason. And people who have cars, purchase uninsured motorists. It's very important. Uninsured motorists. And just stop speeding down the street. Like, stop being thoughtless about your driving, because now I'm mortified to get in the car. I don't know if I'll ever be able to drive again. I was in a mental health facility 2 times this summer. The first time is because I had a straight nervous breakdown being in the house by myself. The PTSD was killing me. And then the second time, it was like the medicine they gave me the first time was making me feel even more crazier than the first time. So I was in there again. And I still to this day like can close my eyes and feel that car on top of me. You know, I'm not gonna have any more kids because my back is messed up. My uterus might be crushed. Um, it's just a whole lot that she interrupted my life. I'm starting all over again. I have to go back and look in the job market and pray that after all these months off that I even find a job that was equivalent to the one that I had found before. Vengeance is God's, so there's nothing I can really do to her. I'm even not even being smart by saying her name. But I will say that she had a small baby and a teenager, preteen, not even a teenager, in the car with her. So she knows she was dead wrong for that, because the one kid, she might remember that, her mother hit someone. Um, and it just doesn't feel like it's fair. But I'm here and I'm walking and I talk and I have a good mind. I do have some memory issues. Not gonna lie about that. I am on antidepressants now. And I do take Vistaril for my anxiety, which doesn't really do much, but it does something. Um, and I'm in pain, but I'm not on opiate painkillers because that would cause a whole new array of stuff. Um, I'm just here. And I don't know where I'm going to get the money for a new car. I don't know if my uninsured motorist, after my $69,000 hospital bill and after my 2 mental health care visits and all of my multiple, I don't know that I'll get a dime out of that, and I probably won't. And I don't know where the money's going to come from for me to get it. But I still pay my tithes. I still try to be good to other people. I've always been a giving, loving, caring person, and I'm praying that God sees me through this because though it was an accident, maybe there's something I could take for it. Maybe this message is reading you. If anybody felt like they wanted to die at some point, that was me. I was ready to lay down and die the first time I took a smash and I couldn't watch myself. Um, I was I was a mess, but I'm here and I'm doing a lot because I could be dead. I hope this message gets to somebody, and I'll post more vlogs, a little bit more upbeat ones, about my life with my children, and what I'm going through on a day-to-day basis. Um, I limp like Quasimodo. I look like Sloth. Um, but I'm making it through. I may never, you know, be able to work again and stand for 8 hours. I may not be able to sit for 8 hours. I don't know what the future holds, but I do know that it wasn't time for me to go home. He didn't call me home, so um, remember, vengeance is yours. The first thing you do when you close this video, one, find out if you have uninsured motors. If not, find out how much it costs. Get it. Two, add people to your policy that is not on your policy that drives your car, otherwise tell them, you're not driving my car anymore. Thank you. And like I said, I don't know how to do it all fancy. But if you have any questions about my accident, yes, I have a lawyer. Um, I do have a lawyer that's handling everything for me, because I don't have the strength. But if you have any other questions as far as like my surgery, and anything, just any kind of comment or whatever, just leave it. If you leave a negative comment, I more than likely won't answer you just because I don't read negativity. You can say what you like about me. I got hit by a car and I live. How many people can say that? Not too many. Especially ones drugged under a car. Thank you and have a nice day.